Greetings, family. We're going to talk about being institutionalized, institutionalization, or domestication. I won't say domestication because that refers mostly to animals. Let's use the word institutionalization. What is that? Well, there's many examples I can give you. Let's say someone who's been going in and out of prison for quite a few times during their life, that they keep doing things to get back in prison because that's become home to them. They have become institutionalized. At first, they hated it, but now it's become a source of safety, familiarity, low stress, because you don't have to worry about working, providing for yourself. You become a model prisoner. Well, that's what happened to us so-called black people as a society. We become model prisoners. We don't even know we're prisoners anymore. No one is standing up fighting for the people. Who does that? You become institutionalized to oppression. You just say, "Oh, I gotta deal with it. I gotta, you pass that, gotta deal with it on to your children." Because what happened by killing all the leaders, anyone who thought about being a leader, they have fear. They have fear. Oh, I can get killed. You become institutionalized. Because fear is worse than death. When you have no fear and you die, or this life is gone, you can have an honor. You can say you live an honorable life. But if you don't live because of fear, you just exist, and you pass that merely existing down to your children, you'd be better off if you was dead, because you have lived a dishonorable life. And it's not that people don't know. I used to try to get the word out saying, well, people just don't know. People know. They just choose the lazy route. Let me talk about this for a minute, because they're talking about these different breads, how poison it is, how many ingredients they have that's cause cancer. And in a lot of countries, these breads are banned. But most stores in America sell them. And you become so used to somebody doing something for you. My grandmother used to make her own bread. Make their own bread. And that was the best bread, I'm telling you. We didn't, we bought bread, but, it wasn't like we had to have it. So what I'm being said is that something has happened to us as a people. We become, I say, domesticated, like animals, because you don't want nothing for yourself as a people. You're not fighting for, it makes you fight as individuals. Because if we are collective, when we are collective, they can't come at us individual. It's only because we're not a collective that they can take our talented people among us and smear their name. And let me tell you, anybody who's been accused in this system of America, they are talented, and their talent is envied. That's why they use rape, child molesting, because all you need for that is to be accused. You ain't got to be guilty, it's just being accused, and that's the crime. But who's the greatest child molester? See, y'all forgot all about colonialism. I would say slavery. I say colonialism, because maybe that's a better term for you to identify with. But you're still a colony. You still colonized, and you don't even want to change. That's what gets me. People just accepted their condition, and you trying to improve the system that enforce your condition. That's what. Look at that now. You in a miserable condition by law, and you're gonna work in the law. You're gonna work with the law system in a political system to change it. The whole system is corrupted. How you gonna change it? You just you a sellout. That's all you are. You feeding people lies. If you had any decency in you, you would better not to be a part of that system. And let me talk about these people who support Trump. Yeah, I'm gonna come at y'all sick. What about having your own candidate? Okay, he may be doing things other people didn't do. That don't make them for you. You giving up on having your own candidates? Or you had such a poor one represented as the Obama nation. Oh, excuse me, Obama. He was such a poor representation that you don't even want a black one no more. You rather have a white one in there. And these are terms you use, so don't get on me for talking about black and white, because y'all use them all the time. These are racist, but I have to use them so because you don't know who I'm talking about. If I said albions, or I said melanated people, people of the sun, you say, who are you talking about? So you know yourself as black, so you know other people as white, because that's what they taught you. You see, these divisive terms we all been taught to keep us separate as a people. That's all it is. If you want to say we're human beings, then when somebody mistreats another human being, then it really hits home what's going on. But if you just say, oh, it's because he's another race, that kind of takes the sting out of it. They have a name for it, they call it racism. No, it's evilism. It's hatred. All these terms they invent to make you accept being colonialized, institutionalized, domesticated. See, I'm from the era of the 60s where we was always hollering and raising Cain about something because we wanted our own. We had our own. We didn't depend on this man to do anything for us. But now you become so, what's the term? Helplessness. You've been learned helplessness. Yes, you've learned how to be helpless and not doing things for yourself. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I grow my own food and I bake my own bread. I don't have a mill to mill my flour, but I buy the flour, but I bake my own bread. I self-medicate. I know how to stay healthy so I don't have to be in their pitiful houses where they can experiment on me, because I remember that that's what they do. They experiment with you under the guise of helping you. Y'all forgot about the syphilis experiment in Tuskegee. Y'all forgot about that. How do y'all know the experiment's not being going on now? How do y'all know that? How do you not know every time you go to the hospital you've been experimented on? Some of y'all don't even know your blood type. You don't even know certain foods you shouldn't eat because of your blood type. You don't study it. Okay, well, I'll rabble long enough. I've got a lot of things off my mind because I love y'all family, And I want y'all to do better. Because your children, if you're not teaching your children the things I'm teaching you, man, you talking about disappearing people. You can't find us now. So wake up, my people, wake up. Want something for yourself. Want your own leader. Want your own stores. Want your own neighborhoods. Want your own programs. When you have your own, you don't have to whine about how somebody mistreating you, because you got your own. That's what all civilized people do. What other people do you see come here? Just the last few hundred years, are they whining and crying about equal rights? Why not? Because they have their own community. But you've been taught not to have that, not to want that. You've been taught that you're supposed to be stuck up with people who don't want you. You need to be around, you need to be hired by people who despise you. Who taught you that? Wow. We've done a head job. And all I can do is talk about you, but you got to make the change. Peace and love. Yeah, real love.